Well, would you look at that? 2024. Happy New Year, everybody. And we already took a look back on 2023 and all the wonders that were in store there. And I have reason to believe that 2024 is going to be just as good, if not better. More on that in a sec. But first, let's talk about what might be the big selling feature this year. First, I should say I have zero knowledge of what is coming, though it is pretty easy to make educated guesses. And perhaps we'll have a bit of fun imagining new ways these companies can drain our wallets. Now, last year, of course, it was 32-bit float that was the big selling feature, and it seemed like a craze that died down in the latter part of the year. I don't know if it's really something that the world is ready for, especially at the price point it was being targeted. However, I do believe we already got a taste for what is coming over the next year. StreamerX was a massive shot in the arm for the streaming community, and I really think it was a bit of a test concept to see how the market would pick up on it. And when you think about how video is really taking over, even for podcasters, the idea of an all-in-one solution is very much an attractive offer for many. It's an easy way for someone to set up with less points of failure and all the features you need in one cohesive package. And I think the one piece of feedback that Rode got was that there could be more video inputs. In fact, I think the message was loud and clear. And it wasn't just Rode that got that message. I think it was heard across the audio universe. I wouldn't be surprised to learn that several different companies are working on some sort of multi-video input interface, much like the StreamerX. And again, as we get closer to NAMM and NAB, I think this is going to be Rode's goal to fill out that StreamerX lineup. I should once again point out, I do not have any inside information here. But if you were to look at some of the more adventurous releases last year, StreamerX did seem to blaze a trail. In fact, I would be curious to see if there's a brave enough company that is willing to put out a Rodecaster Pro 2 Challenger that has video capabilities. That alone would be enough to raise every eyebrow in the industry. But what other feature do you think we might see? Honestly, I think we're reaching peak gain levels with the DLZ Creator coming out with 80 dB last year. Same with the EIN or noise level on those preamps. There can be some tweaking, but I don't know if it's going to have any noticeable impact on the industry as a selling feature. Oh boy, tons of gain with clean preamps. Now, I think one area that we can find some updates would be onboard effects. The offerings so far have been fine, but wouldn't it be cool if we could use plugins on interfaces with DSP instead of using only what they deem needed? Like, how about a custom EQ off Waves or a 1073 compressor like the Shep 73 from Waves? That would be pretty cool. No idea how to implement something like that, but I'm just the idea guy here, you know? Something like that on a new board would be a massive boost over the Rodecaster series, or perhaps something that would make the Rodecaster series even more irresistible than it already is. Other than that, though, I really can't think of anything. This might be one of those times that it's better to just wait and see what the surprise is going to be. But make no mistake, there are going to be surprises this year. Remember, it was just a few weeks ago, Rode brought Mackie in under their umbrella. Those are two powerhouses that are operating with some impressive budgets now. Those are also the two biggest movers and shakers from the past couple years with things like the StreamerX, the Duo, and the DLZ Creator. I highly doubt that move was made with the intention of standing still. Also, there's something new being teased for NAMM, which is coming up later this month. Definitely something to look forward to there. Now remember, NAMM tends to be more focused on the music end of things, but as spring approaches, you have NAB, and that is more aimed at broadcasters, meaning more of the Rode type stuff. And if Mackie's all ready to do something at NAMM in just a few short weeks, you better believe that Rode is lining up to do some sort of splash at NAB. The only question though, can they outdo themselves from last year? That big announcement from last year is going to be hard to beat. There's no question about that. As for anything else though, well, as with everything else, I think it comes down to wait and see. The rest of the industry has been essentially sitting back while Rode just walks all over them. The only real pushback in the past couple years has been things like the Vocaster, which, by the way, are on sale almost exclusively these days. A good indication with how they're doing in the market. And again, I'll be curious to see what Mackie can do in the music end of the scene as well. But with all that, are you looking forward to something we talked about here? Is there something else you think should hit the market? Let me know down below what your thoughts are. Cheers, guys, and again, Happy New Year.